Hello and welcome to the first of a 6-part series on getting fantastic audio. For any good production, audio is just as, if not more important than good pictures. Sound plays such an important part in all sorts of video production, whether it be a music backing track, whether it be sound effects, or whether it's just a simple sort of piece to camera like I'm doing here. All the kit that I'll be showing in this series is kit that I actually own and that I use in my day-to-day job when I'm out filming. One of the first types of microphones that you're likely to go for is what's known as the Lavalier mic, and it's one of these, or the tie clip mic or a clip mic. I'm wearing a lav and it's hidden within my shirt, and we'll talk about mic placements a little later in the series. But what's important is I'm trying to get the microphone as close to the source of the sound as possible, in which case in my mouth. So the microphone is round about here. And if I go closer to it, you'll probably hear it goes louder. I'm a bit particular for hiding microphones. I think that if you're on a shoot where, especially a corporate job or a commercial job, I think it's more professional not to see a microphone in shot. Now, there are some times where it's acceptable if a presenter or piece to camera or news or that kind of thing. You obviously see them on TV all the time, so they have the mic and they have it clipped somewhere like here. Sometimes they even have two. And with lav mics, the most popular flavor would be probably something wireless. And this here is a really cute little portable wireless system. The microphone goes in one of the sockets and the receiver will go on the camera. And at the moment I've got a wireless pack. I've got the other end into my little mixer here. So I'm completely wireless and I'm recording this, and you can probably see the levels bouncing away as I talk. The lav mic will pick up sound pretty much from all around. So if I turn my head like this and like this, it's not really going to do much damage to how I'm picking up the sound, which is great because you don't really want me to go off mic if I turn and talk to someone here. Another firm favourite with people moving into audio is what people would buy something like this, which is a mini shotgun mic, which would go very nicely on top of your camera. Now I've got some of my collection of shotgun mics. Ta-da! These are all shotgun mics of different flavours. And this one is the MK600. And the reason it's so manageable is because it's also powered by a battery or something called phantom power, which we will look at later in the series. But for now, all you need to know is that you can put a battery in here, you can turn it on, and it comes with a lovely little connector in the box. That goes in there, and then that plugs into your camera, and it comes obviously with a mount so you can put it on the hot shoe. Like with the mini one, like with this one, the sound is very much focused at the front. That's why you see these microphones on the end of boom poles, because they can be brought over closer to the source of audio and lowered just so that they are just out of shot. Obviously you don't want them in shot because it'd be like this. And finally, the one that we've all been waiting for, the one that everybody recognizes as ones that you see on stage, is a handheld mic. Handheld mics are really good for doing, well, news gathering or vox pops or voice, of course, because they have a pickup pattern that's slightly more forgiving than one of these. But it's a bit more open, so if your voice moves off axis a little, it won't really affect the sound quality. You've obviously seen this on the TV. Hello, how are you feeling? I'm feeling fine. How are you? Blah blah blah, etc. etc. Or you get people singing it, or you know, if you want to be a bit street. This is the classic. Is it on? Anyway, there's the types of mics. What you need to look at now is how to get that mic plugged into your camera. So if you go and grab your camera now and look at the side, you'll probably have all the sockets down one side. You'll have your HDMI, you'll have the USB for charging probably now, and there will probably be some other connections. But you'll find a headphone socket, which is your regular 3.5mm jack, and you'll also probably find a microphone socket. As you start working up to more professional microphones like this, like the MK600 or the 416 here, they've got what's known as XLRs. These are the industry standard for microphone cables, and they're called XLRs, and they're called balanced cables. One end goes into the microphone there, and then that's it. It's locked in firmly, and then this end would go, what do you do with this end? So here's where it becomes an issue if you're shooting with a camera that only has a jack. So Sennheiser, with lots of their microphones, nicely supply you with an XLR to jack adapter, which you can use. So when you start looking at other microphones, so we have here the MK600 that I talked about, which has the battery power. This one has no battery. So if you plug this with this into your camera, although it's an absolutely gorgeous microphone, it won't work because there's no power going through. And that's why you would use an XLR cable, because it can also transmit a voltage, usually 24 or 48 volts, which is sent from a mixer or recorder. It also can get, and lots of cameras have these an additional extra, is a block which would sit on the hot shoe. And you have in the side of these 2 XLR sockets, and of course one end of the cable goes in, the other end of the cable into a microphone, and you can set the power to be transmitted through the cable into your mics. But before we meet again, I sound like Vera Lynn, what I think you should do is have a think about the sort of stuff that you're going to record, the sort of environments you're going to be recording in, the sort of noise levels that you record in. Ultimately though, at the end of all the chain, all the microphones, all the technology, there will be a person wearing some headphones that is deciding whether the level is right, the sound is right. And that's the important thing. Ultimately, your ears are the best judge of this. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do have questions, give the folks at CVP a call, or you can find me on the social media channels. I'm more than happy to point you in the right direction and give you some microphone advice. My Twitter handle is @Satcherize, and it's the same for Instagram. You can find me, I'm all over the web. I'm really excited, I'm super excited to be going on this journey with you and to getting you to get better sound. I sound like one of those YouTube folks from America, don't I? Like and subscribe, click the whatever you click. We'll be back next month to go a little deeper into the world of audio. Before then, do get in touch and we'll see you soon.